say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bumpers stinging air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. I'm Laura Arnold, Chair of Arts and Faith St. Louis, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the 9th Annual Interfaith Concert, Songs of Hope. We live in a time when we see the violence and poverty and injustice of our world through so many different mediums. Hurtful words are too easily spoken and transmitted, and sometimes it can be hard to bear the weight of all that is around us. In spite of that weight, Archbishop Desmond Tutu says to us that hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Today, we look to that light with songs of hope. Through our concert today and the 8 that have preceded it, we experience the universal language of music, a language that illuminates our shared values as communities of faith, our love for its beauty and emotional resonance, and our interconnectedness as human beings. That is the mission of Arts and Faith, to harness the unique power of the arts, to bring people together, to bridge divides through shared experiences, and to inspire thoughtful discussion among diverse audiences. This year, we want to recognize Carolyn Lassos for her dedicated, thoughtful, and inspiring leadership as Chair of Arts and Faith St. Louis. The success of Arts and Faith is a testament to Carolyn's ability to bring people together in common purpose and her commitment to excellence in all that she does. We are very grateful for her leadership and for her friendship. Thankfully, while Carolyn is stepping down as Chair in Arts and Faith, she has generously agreed to continue to share her wisdom as a member of our steering committee. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Well deserved. Thank you all for joining us today. We are grateful for your vital support. May the music of many faiths sung in many voices, and that will be yours as well, remind us of our common values, our shared humanity. May we be lifted up in hope for what the future brings, and as one of my favorite hymns tells us, we must live into faith. At the conclusion of our concert, we invite you to join us out front, and we will all share what gives us hope on our Hope Mural. This mural will then travel to various locations around the city of St. Louis, so our visions of hope may be shared with other people and they may add their own. So please do join us in that event immediately following the concert. Thank you again for being here today, and I hope you enjoy this afternoon.
Is the one who wrote this lovely piece. So, not only performed, but wrote it. Nothing like, I told her I love this piece so much, but I said, nothing like standing next to not only the performer, but the composer, hoping I'm singing the notes that she wrote, which are beautiful. Thank you. And this one, I think, needs no introduction. I think you all may know this one.
When you walk through a storm, hold Good afternoon. Salam and peace be on all of you. I'm Dr. Bahar Bastani. I'm a professor of medicine at St. Louis University School of Medicine. I'm honored to be here with you with our Persian musical assembly. I'm going to talk about a great Persian poet named was Saadi Shirazi. He lived in the early part of 13th century in the beautiful city of Shiraz, full of gardens and rose flowers. He was the master of speech, and he was considered the best, one of the best poets and prose writers in Persian literature, classical Persian literature. He lived for 78 years, and his life coincided with Mongol invasion to Iran, where 90% of the population were perished either by being slaughtered or migrating to adjacent lands. Thank God at that time they didn't need to stay in the lines for asylum seeking. They could just go to other land and be safe. He traveled for some 35 years to Anatolia, which is a current Turkey, Iraq, Egypt, Jordan, today Jordan, and Syria. He met a lot of people who were immigrants and running to different lands for saving their lives. He was captured by crusaders for 7 years and was enslaved with other enslaved people who were digging ditches around Jerusalem. Eventually, he was bought back by the Persian kings of Mamluks, and he came back to his city of Shiraz after 7 years of enslavement. He has left us with two major works of Persian literature. One is called Golestan, the orchard, and the other one is Bustan, the rose garden. His book, Bustan, has been accounted as one of the best 100 classical literary books in the world by The Guardian. Today, I'm going to recite one of his poems in Farsi. I hope you will see the beauty of the language and see how it penetrates your souls. After that, Sepanda Kiani is going to recite the same poem in English. And our artists and musicians, Mr. Parviz Karandish, Mr. Ali Bazargani, Mr. Firuz Farmand, and Dr. Khojaste, they will play music and sing the same poem with some additions. The poem is called Bani Adam, the children of Adam, us human beings. The poem has been put on one of the hallways conference rooms of the United Nations in 2005 as the symbol of humanity and unity of mankind. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش ز یک گوهرند چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار دگر عضوها را نماند قرار تو که از محنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید که نامد نهند آدمی.
Human beings are members of a whole in creation of one essence and one soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain.
Good afternoon and God bless America, our sweet home. The members of this band are Iranian Americans who have been in this country now for a number of years. We consider ourselves Iranians, and we want to make sure that we pay tribute to the nation of America, a nation that generously accepts others from other countries, and at the same time also condolences for those souls that we lost on 9/11/2001. We will never forget them. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار نگر عضوها را نماند قرار. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار نگر عضوها را نماند قرار. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. تو که از مهنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید که نامت نهند آدمی. تو که از مهنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید که نامت نهند آدمی. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار نگر عضوها را نماند قرار. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار نگر عضوها را نماند قرار. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. یهودی مسلمان و صبحی کیست؟ مسیحی و هندو مزد یسنای کیست؟ یهودی مسلمان و صبحی کیست؟ مسیحی و هندو مزد یسنای کیست؟ همه سر به سر به یک تا نهیم، به دین خدا جان و معنا دهیم. همه سر به سر به یک تا نهیم، به دین خدا جان و معنا دهیم. به روی یزدان همه یک شویم، اما نفرت و کینه مشرک شویم. به نیروی یزدان همه یک شویم، نبا نفرت و کینه مشرک شویم. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند.
Good evening. My name is Nartana Premachandra, and I'm a classical Indian dancer with Dances of India, and this is my pot. And by the end of this story, you will find out that this is also your pot. It belongs to each and every one of you. So I'm with Dances of India. This is our 42nd season in town. We're one of the oldest classical Indian dance companies in the US, actually. And, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So we have danced all around St. Louis. We do have a big show every fall, and there is a flyer for that in the lobby if you're interested. But today I'd like to tell you a story about an incident that happened about 10 years ago, in the Taiwanese church in Chesterfield. They had asked us to perform. So I went there, and you know, whenever you perform at any of these events, even though I've done hundreds around town, you never know how each one will turn out. I mean, because the venue is different, the audience is different, the moods of people are different, the weather is different, you know, the planetary alignments are different, right? Each day. So I get there, and this very elegant gentleman greets me, and I say, thank you so much for inviting us to perform for Chinese New Year. And he stares at me, you know, he doesn't say a word, and his eyes grow large, and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? And he said, we are from Taiwan, we are not from China, you are not here for the Chinese New Year, you are here for the Lunar New Year. I'm like, oh my God, I should have brushed up on my Southeast Asian geopolitics before coming here, you know? And I'm sure he's thinking, oh, you know, these Americans, they just lump different countries of the world into one, you know, one huge country they don't know. And So I felt terrible, but I did have an excuse. The week previously, I had performed at the Chinese Buddhist temple in Maryland Heights. For those of you who don't know it, it's in what used to be a church. So you go inside and you expect to see an icon of Jesus, or where you would expect to see an icon of Jesus or the Virgin Mary. There's a large statue of the Buddha. So I danced for them, and the audience was like 99% Chinese, and most of them did not speak English. So I did a dance of Avalokiteshvara, who is the Buddhist deity of compassion. And just to clarify, I don't do Bollywood. So Bollywood is rooted in Indian dance, classical Indian dance, but they tend to shake and shimmy a lot more than we do. So we tell stories with our hands, our eyes, our face, even the stance of the body. So I told this story about Avalokiteshvara, who is the deity of peace and compassion. He blesses his devotees. He weeps at the sorrows of the world, but he is filled with the radiant, transcendent joy with which he embraces all his devotees. So I told that story, and it actually, everyone got it. Everyone understood it, and there was even Chinese vegetarian takeaway meals afterwards. So it was great, it was great. So I tried explaining all this to the Taiwanese gentleman, and he's like, yeah, he wasn't too impressed. So I went ahead and I did my dance. So I danced with this pot, and it was a very simple South Indian folk dance. There were just 2 lines of a story to it. It was written in Kannada, which is a language of a state of South India. But, at this point, and this whole thing has started off on such a bad foot that I just wanted to leave. So I just thought, let me just do the dance. I'm not even going to explain the meaning, and the audience, they're English. Not all of them spoke English fluently, so I thought, I'll just dance. So I did the dance, and it's a very kind of catchy dance, but it really would amaze me. As I was dancing, people started stamping their feet and clapping their hands, their big smiles, like, oh my God, they're really loving this. And so at the end of the dance, a Taiwanese woman asked, in kind of broken English, she asked, what does this, and then she said something, which is sort of a pulverized Kannada word, and she said, what does this mean? And I said, so this is the story of the dance. You don't have to scrub this pot. You don't have to wash it. It shines. It doesn't matter if it's copper or brass or gold. It shines. So what's the story of this pot? It represents the human soul. And I thought, here was a Taiwanese Christian asking me, a Hindu born in St. Louis, the meaning of this song, written in South India. By the way, it was written by a Muslim living in a Hindu village. It was like, wow, I thought flyover countries become kind of fly. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Life can bring difficult and challenging situations. There are people who love us, and when we can think about them, and they are there to support us, as well as support possibly from a higher being, and you can find support from deep down within. May each of us find the comfort and strength that we need to overcome these difficult challenges. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tsar me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר צר כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר צר כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not be afraid, knowing you are with me. As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not fear, knowing you are near.
allowed you all to sit and enjoy the concert. But here's your time to participate with us. So if you all would stand, we're gonna make one big choir today, okay? All right, so my choir, they're gonna teach you the part. So where are all my sopranos at? All right, sopranos in the audience, where you at? All right, so ladies, sing that part for us. Sopranos, how does it go? This side over here. Here we go, altos. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Every alto in the building, let's go. Ain't no mountain
What a day. What a day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as we have done every year, we end with the beautiful song by Irving Berlin, an immigrant, a Jewish immigrant from Russia. Immigrants make our country so great. And we're going to sing a little God Bless America, and you all, get up in your good singing positions. You can join us. All right, ALLA. Thank you. Thank you. And please join us outside in front to continue this wonderful day of hope and peace. Thank you.
Thank you.